Cold weather doesn't mean your makeup has to be worn, and winter weather doesn't mean your makeup has to be dry. Your winter glow starts here, and I'm going to show you how to create a natural winter hydrated makeup look. First step first. When you're doing your makeup, skin prep is like everything, right? You want to make sure your skin is really, really hydrated. You don't want to go into doing your makeup and your skin is dry. It is winter, so you want to make sure that your skin is really, really hydrated. You want to apply a hydrating face oil or a moisturizer. I'm going to start off with a hydrating oil. For my oil, I'm going to go in with Tarte Maracuja oil. Y'all, I literally have been using this oil since I first started makeup, so this is my go-to when it comes to face oils. A little bit goes a long way, so I'm just going to moisturize and rub this into my face. You want to make sure you spread it evenly, and don't forget your forehead. Now that our face is good and oiled up, we're going to go in with a hydrating primer. For this, I'll be using the NYX Marshmallow Primer. We're going to put on a primer to make sure that we keep our makeup from clinging onto our dry patches. We're basically just going to hydrate all over again. As you can see, this primer keeps your face really, really hydrated. Because it is wintertime and winter usually dry out our skin, we want to make sure that we're using cream products. Cream foundations, cream blushes, just everything you want to make sure you use cream. It is just gonna burn on dry skin during the winter time. You also want to avoid powder products because it's gonna make your face look cakey, and we don't want cakey. For foundation, we want to make sure that we have a glowy look, so I'm gonna go in with the Fenty Beauty. This is the soft lid foundation. This is in the shade 420. And when it comes to having like a really natural glow look, I always go and revert to this foundation because this foundation is literally the mom.com. When Rihanna came out with it, she said it was skin in a bottle, so I just love it ever since. It blends in really well and it doesn't oxidize. Now, if you have oily skin, you can use matte products, but if you don't have oily skin, you definitely want to stay away from matte products. And we are just blending this in, and as you can see, literally it is skin in a bottle. Now, according to how you like your foundation, you can add a little bit or a lot. It's just really up to you, but the goal is to make sure your face looks hydrated and that it's glowy. You also want to make sure while you're doing your makeup, you put on whatever lip gloss you use. Since we are going for a natural look, I'm going to be using Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. And this concealer is full coverage, but we're not going to add too much. And we're also going to add our shade when it comes to concealer. We don't want a bright under eye as of yet because we are doing a natural look. I think this is like one of my favorite concealers. This is like a full coverage concealer, but I use it for almost anything. Whether I'm doing full glam, soft glam, I always use that concealer. Now that we added our concealer, we're gonna let that sit for a little bit so that it can build up coverage. Now that we let that sit, I am just going to blend in my under eyes. I do have hyperpigmentation, and I'm just gonna add a little bit above my lip, only because that spot is dark and I want to make sure that I conceal that the best way as possible. So I'm just gonna blend that out. When doing contour, I am gonna be using a stick contour. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills contouring stick. This is like my go-to contouring stick. I literally use this for everything. So we are just gonna go on the natural lines of our cheeks. And for me, it is winter, so I do want to go with more the better. And I want to go with the warmer shade because in the wintertime, our skin is naturally lighter, right? And we don't want to look washed out or like a ghost. So we're going to opt in for a warmer versus the soft, cool contour. We don't want that. Usually when I do my contour, I do bring it down right here from my eye to like the middle part of my nose. Because as we blend, we're going to just blend that all out. In the winter, shades with a slight golden or neutral undertone looks more natural on the skin because your skin is naturally paler or lighter in the winter. Now that we did that, the next step I usually do is blush. Now when it comes to blush, you want to make sure you use a cream product because again, you want everything to be hydrated. You don't want to use any powders in the wintertime because just the dry air and the powders, it's just not going to mix well and everything's going to be cakey, and that's what we don't want. Today I am going to be using Juvia's Place. This liquid blush is literally very pigmented. You don't need a lot. If you look on the foot of it, it is very, very liquidy. And if you put it on your face, you can mess up. So I always go in with a little bit and then just build it up. Now for setting powder, I will be going in with Beauty Bakery Flour Setting Powder. I'm not gonna put too much. Y'all, with everything going on, I do want to take a moment and I want all of us to send our good energy to California. A lot of stuff is going on over there. The fires are crazy. People are losing their homes. So I just want to take a moment to recognize that, so we all are aware of what's going on. Some people don't know what's going on. Some people don't know that California fires are naturally like that, but this one is worse because of the wind. But I do want to take a moment to shed some light on that. Since this is a more natural winter makeup look, I am going to go back in with my setting powder, and I'm just going to set my eyes with that. Now that we add a little depth to our eyes, I am going to go in with my liquid eyeliner. This is Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid eyeliner. I'm just going to go in and add a wing. For mascara, I'm going to be using Smashbox Superfan Mascara. Y'all, when it comes to putting on fake lashes, this is like my favorite part because I don't know, it just brings the look together. Comment down below, what is your favorite part when you're doing your makeup? I'm just naturally a brown lip girly, but you can use whatever lip shade, color, liner you want. So before we finish our makeup look, I want to make sure that I highlight. So I'm going to be using Lottie London Diamond Bounce Illuminating Highlighter. I want to make sure you blend that out. We want to make sure we're going to public. We want to make sure our makeup lasts all day and that it doesn't dry out. So you want to finish it with the hydrating setting spray. The setting spray, I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Hyaluronic Acid. I want to make sure that you give it time to dry. And literally, if you can see, it is literally soaking up and hydrating and adding glow to everything that we just did. Now that we done sprayed our setting spray, we let it dry. And just like that, that's how you achieve a fresh, glowing winter makeup look. Remember, when you're going into doing your makeup, you want to make sure you are hydrating and you have the right products. You want to make sure you use cream products. This is the key to keeping your skin looking healthy, radiant, and hydrated. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for more tips and tricks. And let me know in the comments, what is your favorite go-to winter makeup look. Stay warm, stay glowing, and stay hydrated. See you later.